Hello everyone, welcome to Fablehaven Age of Wonders. For Lich Lord Kel'Thuzad has claimed his eternal victory, and after an incredibly close call, it has been decided that the next playthrough is going to be as the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Now this is a bit of a meme and a challenge run, all about exploring what I think is the best build against the hardest difficulty in the game, giving all AI major advantage. And for this playthrough, I'm going to be explaining a lot of my thought process behind why I think something is so good. And for the record, this is probably going to be the final run, for now anyway, exploring mate advantage in its entirety. We'll still give advantage every now and again to, campaign-specific characters or whatever. And this will be a very boring realm, a very traditional realm, because the main point here is to go fisticuff with AI. So there'll be no climate traits, no presence traits, and no inhabitant traits. But we will be going with the Wondrous pass, can't play without it. And we'll also be going with Massive Underground. I was a huge fan of this during the Kasessic playthrough, and I really disliked the Small Underground from the previous playthrough, so we'll go big, we'll go bold and brave. And just to add a little bit to the memery, we'll be going with Banner Lords, which makes the free cities give you additional morality of lieges, and all empires will gain plus 5, recruitment points, in order to use them. We are on a Pangea, which gives us a single landmass because, as mentioned, we're here to go fisticuffs, which means this is the meme-tastic arena. As for our portal visuals, sure, why not? Doesn't matter. Now, we are, of course, going to be playing on brutal difficulty, and all AI shall have major advantage, giving them plus 30% damage dealt and minus 30% damage received. We want the rest of this on like normal defaults. That's fine. I don't really have a victory condition in mind, just kind of, whatever we stumble upon. And our friends are all meme-tastic characters that I've kind of given a serious story. A little bit. They're all great memes. I hope you look forward to them. As mentioned, we are playing as the GOAT, and you can't be the GOAT without being a GOATkin. As for our form traits here, one of my favorites is Athletics. I love moving fast, and the major difference between Athletics, which gives your entire culture, including modded units, tomed units. There are no modded tomes in this campaign. The difference is that this makes it so all of your units move faster instead of just the cavalry and your optional cavalry units. So alongside Athletics, there are some great choices here. Overwhelming tactics isn't bad. You do have to stand next to people. And well, that's situational. But the more I think about it, the more I'm debating it. We're just going to go with Strong here to get plus 2 physical damage on melee and physical range attack. It's not fancy. It may not even seem appealing, but it will be.
What is their original culture?
Because we'll be playing as the Barbarians. I think the Barbarians are just the best culture in the game. Hands down, no questions. Their structures have food and draft income, special structure, and Primal Strike has been reworked into Savage Strike, which deals additional blight damage on crits. So of course, Overwhelming Tactics does synergize with this. Don't you worry, there'll be plenty of crit to come. And it gives them the Ritual of Alacrity, which is something I need to use more often. When they walk into an outpost or a city, they can refresh some of their hit points, gain 100% movement point backs, and even remove exhaustion from Force March. I want to say this is the only way to remove exhaustion. It could be. The Barbarians are fantastic.
What defines their society?
As for our society traits, our glorious society traits, we're going to be going with the top 2 most popular traits that were revealed in the anniversary posts. And first up is Prolific Swarmers, which was number 2. This is just a good trait, especially if you don't plan on going... honestly, this is just good. Because even if you don't, or unless you plan on going with a Summoner build, but even then, it would just affect your non-magical Orc units. So these are cheaper to grow. You have +1 rank on racial tier 1 units, and the Barbarian tier 1 units. Very good. And non-magical origin units require minus 20% unit upkeep. We're not going to be having many of those. We're going to be very good. on our upkeep, I think. We also get an extra tier 1 unit, which is, it's cute, whatever. But we're going to be going also with the most popular society trait of all time, Adept Settlers. Now, I've always kind of been on the fence about Adept Settlers, but comments in the anniversary post convinced me of it a little bit. So founding cities cost 20% less Imperium, and newly founded cities gain +1 pop. We also start with the first tick of expanded governance. This has been nerfed. It used to be just a free +1 city cap, which I can now understand why it was so popular.
Choose your
we'll
first tome of
make
magic.
good use of it. Now, I do have a planned out tome path, and it is glorious and requires a few shenanigans, but if you've seen the past few playthroughs, some of this might not be surprising. And we'll be starting off with the Tome of Zeal. Zeal is very good, no matter which play you're doing. It doesn't matter. We have the Legion Zeal to give Zeal, which deals +2 Zeal spirit damage, and then can do even more if they are condemned. We have a nice little enchant going for the start of the game, no big deal. And we have a summon that can reinforce us in the field, which is incredible.
What is your ruler's origin?
Now, we're actually not going to be doing too much spellcasting because we're going to be playing as a champion. The champion may be the most boring of these three options, but I think it's the best. All cities have +10% gold income and +20 city stability. That right there is... That's it. Wrap it up. Sold. Top of the Throne also gains 20 draft. All non-hero units gain additional experience, and we start with +100 relations with 3 cities, which have become exceptionally potent. And so now, I shall create the greatest being of all time. Allow me to introduce the GOAT, the greatest of all time. A bit of a humble appearance, I do admit, but when you are the greatest, the best that there is, there's no need to be dramatic. Just some leather, some skulls, and some golden accessories that were paid to you to spare their miserable lives. Now, I am using a few mods here. The customization for you mod, and this outfit plus is coming from the Age of Fashion mods, which is incredible, but there is so much clipping. So just, be warned. And of course, we are almost max physique. We don't need to be that wide. But of course, his title is simply that. Or should it be him? He's him. Him, the GOAT. Seems good to me. As for our capital, the South. Oh boy. The best there are... Oh no, we don't want the... You don't want the in your racial name. I've learned that. Best. You will bring a new age of prosperity to the best of the South. It's true. It's true. Alrighty. Allow me to assemble our opponents, and I will see you in the arena. We have arrived in the meme-tastic arena. We do have the basic raptors for our cavalry units, but we're not going to have many of them. I just thought I'd throw them in there. But a new ruler emerges, the GOAT, and he begins with Summon Zealot and Song of the Reckless. Not the best start, but that is alright. We do begin next to water, which means we are near an edge, and that's enjoyable. We could have someone to our north, hopefully we don't. There are quite a few underground characters, which is something I said might be necessary to fully enjoy the Pangea. Raptors is the full picture. To fully enjoy the Pangea realm, we have a shaman, a warrior, and 2 sunders. I also realized I didn't talk about my starting weapon. Shame on me. One of the reasons why, or one of the main things to think about when you are picking your weapon, especially if you have unlocks from the Pantheon tree, is that the weapon you choose gives you a special ability. And the Earthshaker Hammer gives you Quake. And I don't think I've ever actually used this, but this is essentially the Earth Elemental build, and I think, Earth Elemental ability, and I think it will be quite powerful in the days to come. So that's why I chose it. Of course, you can always just go Berserker's Axe for berserking, or Watchman Pike to get another retaliation, which would be very helpful. That sort of stuff. We are, of course, going to start with the workshop, the production, is too good not to take. And would you look at that, we've already met a friend. But the question is, will they be a friend? And the answer, I don't know. Shall we go find out? I have a sneaking suspicion they shall not be a friends. The name of the game is Swift Expansionism, because we don't, my current path anyway, is not going to take me through a lot of economic benefits. We're going to have a lot of combat. So we're going to want to definitely expand as swiftly as possible. We're of course going to start with the Legion of Zeal. This will grant us Zeal, which I think is incredibly powerful. The South is ready to expand. It needs a farm, and there's a farm with a pasture. Magnifique. This guy isn't even standing on it. Silly boy. Alrighty. You know what? I mean, I'm already making one, right? Let's just say, screw the warrior. Let's get a zealot and move forward. Although we might want to save our mana for Legion of Zeal. I don't remember how much it costs to cost that, but we'll get one. He'll help us out in the great glory. I spy, with my eyes, a watchtower, and the neutral Borton, Chiefess Dari Warclaw of the free city of Borton. Greet you for the first time. Salutations! It is an honor to meet a him of the best. Here, did I mention this was a meme playthrough? I hope I did. Nevertheless, we humbly ask you to respect the territory and independence of Borton. Now, you are initiates of order, meaning that you can give me Tyrant Knights. That's pretty good. You are also a tier 2 settlement somehow. I thought that the first settlement of your people was always tier 1. Now, this would not be a bad city to conquer, because of many reasons, actually. We are touching tips almost with our capital city, which means we can get a very good materium trade, which we will be going down some materium, not much. After should go down more. Bloodlust from the barbarian, of course, not. Actually, we can start with some combat, shall we? I can't be the goat if I can't hit stuff really hard and make it disappear. Now, there is another mod I am using. The AI really recklessly uses under her. That is called the No Randomized Loot mod. So all of the loot that we find should be from the base repertoire? I'm not sure how I would like to say that. It shouldn't be this randomized stuff that's newish. I believe it's 200 Imperium to take the city over. So we are 3 turns out. But it's going to take me a few turns to besiege it anyway. And the South can annex. The next annex, that's always a good choice, is the Quarry. We want to come clear this out as well. Make sure we're producing. We are doing the production. We want a storehouse as well, which requires a forester. All in due time. In due time, my friends. We're near the water, but I'm not sure we'll go Seafarers Guild, although, boy, Seafarers Guild is good. When I was concocting, scheming this build, I really wanted to, do an experienced Seafarer run. We're gonna take it. The goat has not for your triviality. Boy, is that expensive, though. Because that is an Archon blood. The goat expands early. Oh, we can find out how to cure my curiosity. This is cheaper? Our first expanded governance is 500. I think that is cheaper. Okay, we're going to the vendor. We could start making, well, of course we're going to make more Pathfinders. The map is ours to explore. And as the barbarians, you should explore. And plop down outposts everywhere. Think you're going to build a city there? Outposts. Is there a magical material you'd like? Outposts. Is there a wonder you plan on taking over? Outpost. Get the picture. I could take that, but we're going to give that to Borton. So we're going to go ahead and just plop this down. We have found our first infestation. There tends to be one near you. We can go ahead and... Ooh, that's going to take a while. So what we'll do is we'll just get we'll have our new Pathfinder go this way. Get some mana. We will eventually have to cast spells anyway. We are not going to cast a Zealot. We're going to keep our mana for the Legion of Zeal, which is going to help out our damage quite a bit. One of the fun little tidbits about the Legion of Zeal and why I enjoy it so much, besides the end game synergies with Condemnation, wow, is it is the only weapon enchant that doesn't detract your physical damage. Now, of course, it's only a +2 instead of a +4, but perhaps that counts for something. Speaking of counting for something, our first character has appeared. Sandal Fedek. Now, he's saying some words to me about I'm him, the goat of the best, he's not impressed, but we all know what Sandal would truly say. Enchantment? Enchantment! Now, Sandal is from the Dragon Age universe, and he is your runesmith. He is a bit of a savant, to put it kindly, but he's also shrouded in mystery because he also kind of just destroys Darkspawn when they inconvenience him. And he leads the enchanted Shah Britol. Now, as mentioned, I did try to make these meme characters semi-serious, so I'll tell you his lore when I can get around to it. Here we go. Sandal Fedek is a rune-crafting savant. After aiding the hero of Ferelden and the champion of Kirkwall in their glorious deeds, he and his father mysteriously disappeared to escape the greedy eye of mages. He has now reappeared, leading the mysterious Shah Britol, guardian defenders of the secret of dwarven origin. No one knows how he became the king of the lyrium-infused dwarves who bow only to the Titan's will, but there is only one word he will say on the matter. Enchantment?
Enchantment!
The Shah Britol were introduced in the Inquisition DLC, and they kind of is retconned the word, changed the origin of the dwarves, who are not allowed to use magic in the Dragon Age universe, but they do. They are resistance, keen-sighted, so they have more accuracy on their stuff, and of course he is one of our underground friends. He represents the mystic culture with ancient wise ones and runesmiths. Can't be a runekeeper without a runesmith. Now, in order to fuel the memery, I went ahead and made the AI, or allowed the AI to choose all of their personalities, and he has chosen Strategist Warlords. I'm hoping that we'll get another peaceful Grimgore situation. So he likes empires that have summoned units, not going to be us. Likes empires that have defeated other empires. He dislikes empires that trade grievances, and dislikes empires with stronger research. He is driven by war. He will never surrender, and he plans to exterminate and to expand. Where did I find you? Sandal Fedek. Don't know, but that was fast. Oh, you're up here. Okay. Okay. That was fast. I don't know how you have an ice character. I also don't like how swift that was. Ooh, I want both of these. We'll start... I am going to want Brutal Mode. We'll start with Visions of Victory. That's going to be more helpful on the immediate, I think. Oh, Legion of Zeal is only 80. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. Next one, we can go and lock the other thing if we want to. A rally has begun, but we, of course, have no rallies. And the Siege of Borton has begun. And we lost nothing. So the goat is the goat. We're going to absorb that. They already have a Circle of Zealotry. Wow. Not bad. And there should be nothing here really contesting. Ooh, a lowest battle. It killed my warrior. There should be nothing here really contesting the absorption, so I don't need to stand around and watch. Oh, this is the new dragon UI. Look at that. It fits very well. By the way, the reason I have purple eyes is because purple was the color of nobility. Of course, the reason why it was the color of nobility is because it was expensive as all heck to make. Well, that's okay. My, oh dear. I'm already struggling because I'm trying to play with King Arthur rules. Next turn we heal. Or I should have moved this guy back a little bit. It's okay. That's alright. See, you didn't do anything. The shaman, the war shaman, the support for this culture is exceptionally good. It's actually kind of insane how just everything is good. The only weakness, literally, only weakness that this culture has is they have no spearmen. None. It's not really easy to fix that either. Can. Now, in this situation, we could charge, or we can just do this. And you know what? I think I'm going to do this. As for the Sunderers, they are our tier 1 skirmisher, and they're pretty good. Their toss has a chance to inflict sundered defense. So, you know, we sunder, we strike. Good synergies. Their warriors, the tier 1 warriors, are also very good, and we're going to YOLO a little bit of a stun here. Nailed it. Magnifique. What other tier 1 unit knows how to stun anything, huh? There isn't one. Unfortunately, I didn't immobilize that, so it could be risky getting the zealots up here. The zealots. My little boxed in position here. But we can go ahead and just eat that. And we'll go here and defend. We'll play conservatively. The goat knows when to hold him. The goat knows when to fold him. That would have been a great argument for the pike. Maybe I also should have smacked that guy into cancel retaliation, but it doesn't matter. He's only hitting temp HP. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, and the zealots can condemn, which makes your legion, your zeal already do better. It's just so good. I'm going to go ahead and defend here. Toss. Maybe I can stun again? That was a 99% chance. Look at this early game insanity. They can't do anything against me. They have nothing. And I, the goat, have everything. Could have gone for a stun there, actually, which might have been the play. This is one no matter what. Ooh, big swing. Okay. I don't have Legion of Zeal yet. Mark my words. We will. We will. I tried building in more ways to get Sunder defense. And I forgot the skirmishers did that. Easy game, easy life. That gave us some food, I believe. We could start walking towards the watchtowers. We have an infestation here. This doesn't heal me yet. It will in 4 turns. The South can NX further. It has gotten a forester, a quarry, a farm. And now it needs another farm. Boom. Storehouse for that. Probably the ritual site for knowledge. The goat! It's leveled up. You know, sprint wouldn't be... Excuse me, sprint would not be bad. We'll just take fighting. We have some remains of an individual. We could sell this. We could, in fact... When's our next hero coming? 5 turns. You know what? We will sell it. It gives us the items, and I can pump out this Pathfinder. We can start exploring the map. Real good. This Pathfinder coming with us. Make sure I see all that must be seen. So far, Sandal is the only one we've met, and he doesn't like me. Very rude. We have some light fish over here. We could go underground. An astral rift. Rude. Rude. Now, I could just start, set them onto auto-explore, whatever, but I enjoy manually exploring with them until we find all of our opponents. Probably shouldn't actually go this far. Maybe I should stay home. Ah, it's a bad guy. Maybe he will try and stop me. Who knows? More Pathfinders. Find it all. The Legion of Zeal is ready. This shall grant zeal to all of our units. So they hit for more and synergize with our zealots. All according to K. Kaku. We have nothing else to cast right now. Wouldn't hurt to get some... I have a stone that I'm not using. That is foolish. To give that to the south. You can also boost up that. And then next turn... We'll just let this ride, to be honest. We're going to be looking to tier up in a moment. Okay, this will be the last Pathfinder for a while, I think. I got a unicorn mount. Wow. Would the goat ride a unicorn mount? I know not. This is risky. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. There's the Sandal Scout. I wonder which one of these he came out of. As an underground adept, he had to come out of one of them, right? Okay, we're getting the lay of the land. Now, I'm not really a huge fan of the Pangea maps. Because typically they feel very claustrophobic. Even on very large, it can be deceptive how claustrophobic they can truly be. Because of course we're surrounded by water, which is shrinking the size of the map. An evil presence lingers in this realm. Looks like I have some... Oh, those are just my points. Once Borton is absorbed... Wait, how does this work? I have to integrate it, right, in order to reap the rewards. Oh, Sandal's expanding. Would you look at that? We may have to go fisticuffs. We should also be looking for another expansion ourselves. And I'm not opposed to that being underground. We have a magical material, a forest. This spot's pretty good. Wow, that's a lot of scary units. This wouldn't be a bad spot either. There's so much Archon blood. I've seen 3 so far. Yeah, this spot's pretty good. Let's check underground and see what we're working with. Oh, yeah. Found it. We're going down here. I'm gonna have to deal with this Astral Rift, but we can deal with that. We can throw warriors at the Astral Rift. They will die a glorious death in honor of the goat. What more could one ask for? Another trait that I really debated going for was Fabled Hunters, and my goodness gracious, this would be a grand Fabled Hunter spot. There's so much to hunt here. Now, of course, we're going to want that. I don't believe... Unfortunately, there's nothing really to... plop this down on. We're going to get an outpost going. Wait. Hey, we got some mana. Okay. So we're going to crump this. It's a risky battle because there were hidden entwined thralls. But get a zealot. We'll get this warrior over here. Can I? Perfect. I want to put down the research post, so we get an outpost going here. This will not become a city. That's only 2 tiles of expansion. We're going that way. Put one here, expand down there. Yeah. A rivalry was already declared by Sandal Fedek, my little enchanter. How far we've come. You've betrayed me. Traitor! There's an outpost from Sandal Fedek. Orton has joined the goats. And it already has a circle. Doesn't this just give, yeah, it's just drop. Broski. We need farms. We need to grow. I mean, guess I can get an abbey out of this. That's cute. I have no idea what to... I guess we just start in the workshop. The long march of the workshop. You know, we could cancel this. Because like I said, it's just a 1-2 expansion. I don't think I'm going to. I think we'll leave it. This will give us mana. We can put a research post here. It's no big deal. We are going to come into conflict with Sandal very soon. Which does concern me. Actually, I'm going to cancel this. We can destroy it later. It's fine. I hope I remember. This is a low-risk battle. Let's see how we do. It was flawless. Well done. Put this in here for now. Summoner of Flora. Magic damage. Bah, humbug. Who needs magic damage? Now, I should go... I mean, do I just get my second army to do it? I think we do. I think we get to Kraken. Could even do this. Okay. That is a free level up for everything in the stack, which includes the goats. And we're going to go over here. I'm going to make this a city, actually, I think. We'll see. I might have too much expansionism in mind, so we might be going a little too ham here. Nah. Now remember, even though we're all kind of confined here... I'm sorry, you took the... Even though we are all kind of confined in this little area, our path down the technology tree is going to permit a lot of expansion. I'm sorry. Are you telling me this entire... No. Okay. It's like, what are you on about? So if I put this here... This is bad. We can expand like this way, and then we can expand down. Sure. Building an outpost with a Pathfinder is more expensive and takes longer, but... Don't worry. It's all worth it in the end. Goodness gracious. I mean, maybe... The city might eventually get there, but I think we just come over here and build... Aw, shucks. What if we just move over a tile? Go like... I definitely don't want to build it there. We'll go like here. We have a lot of reaching to do, but don't worry. It'll be fine. Probably. Can I swim yet? Can. Cool. And we're going to want fruitful integration. Do I want it now? We'll start with swimming. Swimming is pretty helpful. I'm going to have you auto. It's fine. We don't need to be manualing that. Do I have a scout over here? I do not. Okay. You know, I could have set them all to auto and see what they find, but then I wouldn't know, you know? We are expanding at exceptional speeds. Big fan. Build a mine. The production for the south, I am like 30 gold short of this tier up, which is what I want. Can I fight something? Nah, this is the end of the turn. That's fine. We could just also set produce merchandise for a turn, which I think is not a problem. Orton can annex. And that growth. One day we'll be going down the Materium tree. The goats is leveled up. Now, my scheme has some requirements that will affect perhaps my signature skill choices. Perhaps. I would love to get Summon Elemental because it's amusing. But we're going to get Rallying Blessing. I can always respec if I have to. Alright, we'll start with Summon Elemental. This will start us down the Materium tree. And I can worry about my requirements later. We'll see. Now, because we are Barbarian, we can get Keen Edge, which gives an additional 20% crit chance. I wouldn't say this is my best choice right now, but it doesn't matter, because I'm going to take it. We did get the Crusader's Claymore, and we're going to take it. We're the Crusader of Glory. It is turn 10. We are expanding swiftly. You love to see it. And we've met a friend. Why is it always you? Allow me to introduce myself. I am First Protector Blint, the Underdelver of the Deep Dwellers. Let us hope this realm is big enough for all of us. Now, Blint may look familiar here, and that's because this is the original Blint. I couldn't have a meme run without having the OG. So Blint, this is just the basic Blint. I mean, technically, he has been reworked since the last time we saw him in the first playthrough. I mean, I think he was in the second or third one as well. But anyway, this is just the original, basic, bland, Blinty boy who leads the Deep Dwellers. We don't need to go over his story. His story is that he's a meme lord. Please let me do it. His trait is that he is, of course, Underground Adaptation, Bulwark, and he is Tenacious. He is our Industrious Culture representative, although, fun fact, there are 2 Industrious Cultures. He is a Wonder Architect and an Adept Settlers. I didn't touch anything about him. This is just how he comes right out the factory, and he is a competitive merchant. I did not, let him YOLO. Shall we be friends with the OG Blints? Just, for the lulz. We'll see. I threw him a pittance. And the main reason I threw it was because Sandal hates me. But also, now I can still have enough to get the Town Hall too. That unlocks some very good units for us. The Fury... Could the Fury be the best cultural archer in the game? She could be. Now, I wouldn't mind building an outpost here. Unfortunately, it's very boxed in. Look at Sandal. He has a tier 3. 2 tier 3s already. My, oh my. I think what we're going to do... He has to be down here, right? Is we'll put you over here and let you explore. Okay, we're looking for a spot to put down a city. And this isn't a bad one. I don't think. Fun little tidbit. when plopping down a city, you do not want to put it on a settlement or, a tile that has a thing on it because you can't make use of it. This makes me envious. We have someone nearby. Let's see if we're... Oh. Okay, that's where Blint is. We found him. Which means this must be his land. How you doing, Blint? You down here? Could be. Alright, outpost is up. We have it on the important thing. So technically I don't need to make this a work camp yet if we cannot afford it. Which, spoiler alert, I wouldn't say that we can. We're going to make another outpost. Let's make all the outposts. I'm going to farm all this too. I may not be a fabled hunter, but we're going to farm it. And it does appear that the mod is working. I'm seeing all like baseline stuff, and I'm a big fan of that. You killed me, zealot. How dare you kill me, zealot? Truthfully, I don't need to care about the zealot. The zealot can die. But, you know, if I can keep it alive, that'd be pretty fun. Put you in here, put you in here. It's all coming back to me. We're all chilling. All's swell that ends swell. We're of course going to go for the Visions of Victory, which is an incredible talent that provides us with 3 times fortune, which, fun little fact, that is now the max. I didn't mean to get that there. That's now the maximum that you can have. Back when that was designed, it wasn't the max. Am I really going to be this greedy? I guess so. I wanted to switch to the Duskblade, but after seeing that, maybe I don't. I know that these guys are weak to... That's such a great feature. These guys are weak to a spirit, so don't take that too personally. Can I toss on this? Okay, so you're going to try and stun this. 90%. Why are the barbarians so good? Why? And in case you're curious, there is a very specific unit I plan on building around. A unit that I have said for years is good. Years. The game's like a year old. How have I said it for years? I've always enjoyed the unit that I am thinking about in my mind. But it does have one weakness that hopefully I can help circumvent. Good on the AI. It shows, please do not crash. It shows to take an attack of opportunity to get a good hit in. I'm proud of you. I think you should have thought about it a little bit more, but I am proud of you. To be fair, there is no winning this for the AI. Look, the Assassin's Dagger. That could be good. Get us a teleport. Do a little bit of a shankaroo. So our weapon... Oh, the Duskblades are... That's right, this is a repeating weapon. Oh, shiny. That might be good. Although I'm enjoying the Crusader's Claymore for now. We'll see. The Duskblade could be in our future. Yes, you're chilling. We didn't get any money out of that, unfortunately. Visions of Victory put in a lot of work, as I said it would. Fanatical Workforce is pretty good, but that's more of a later thing. We want all of the food we can possibly get to expand right now. And am I actually getting Wayfinder? I have Visions of Victory to cast, although Inspiring Chant is very good. You know what? Let's get Inspiring Chant. Yep, you're doing great. Borton can annex further. It has a quarry presently, but it's going to need another one. Wait, where is this gold mine? Oh, it's over there. So, for now... Well, it needs a forester as well. We'll get a forester. No big deal. And we can recruit a hero. I'm just broke. Broke. And we got... Big F. Big F. These are all big Fs. Yikes. We need some shenanigans to happen to get the optimal, at least what I've worked out, is the optimal tome path. We need some adept shenanigans going on. And we could, of course, always use adept shenanigans to go memeier. We could fly too close to the sun. The chairman of the best council approaches you. Greetings, him, the goat. May I speak openly? Without waiting for your response, he continues. You were always one of us common people, but now you have ascended. With your magical abilities and your immortality, you are far above us, and we fear that you will become like the wizard kings. It seems there are rumors among your people that you have grown distant from them. How do you respond? Now, we could be evil. This would also block our draft. Right now, I'm not making stuff because I want my economy to keep rolling. So I'm not opposed to this. As far as the best, being good or evil, in the current base of the game, it's always better to be good. Always. Being evil is more like, just a choice in life. We could investigate the rumors and learn exactly what your people want. This will reduce our knowledge, which I think is unacceptable. We are true neutral, so we can be evil and it won't really affect us, so we shall suppress them with force. None. Oh, I am evil now. Why? Oh, well. Never. None shall question the goat. The goat is infallible. See a conjura firmamentum of the free city of a magitarium. Those are a lot of words in your gnome, so it all makes sense. Greets you with a sage, vaguely insufferable expression. Salutations, the goat. The exploring little ones of Magitarium mix into hopeful wish of mutual neutrality. Our diviners foretold of your presence in these lands. We seek only to further our understanding of the arcane arts and remain amenable to fostering a mutually beneficial relationship with your mighty empire. If we cannot, we hope that we can at least stay out of each other's way. That sounds like a tier 4 settlement, and it sure is. Why do all tier 4 settlements sound the same? Don't know. Now, I didn't like the way you were looking at me. But that's tier 4 settlement. And tier 4 settlements, they're worth a lot. Even to the goat. They're masters of necromancy. Okay. Fair enough. Now, part of the reason why it's important to be good in the current iteration of the game is because free cities are strong. Not strong enough to defend themselves still, of course, but they are strong. So if you're good, you get better friendships with them, and you're less likely to get crumped by... I am tempted to let that ride. Ooh, the Horn of Plenty, fantastic. By enemy AI, because, they like you a little bit. I could go on a unicorn. That would be funny. The towering butcher ogre gibbers in fear at your army's approach. It hunkers down, hiding its features behind gigantic fingers. Seeing their leader submit, the rest of its tribe follows suit. The area is soon filled with the sounds of mournful howls and deep-throated cries for mercy. You allow the plaintive butcher ogre and its gigantic clan to retreat, or will you attack? Begone! The goat has no interest in cowards! I was really hoping that would... It's minus 10 for evil, huh? I don't know why I thought it was... What did I think? I thought it was 20. I don't know why. Am I sure I've played this game for 300 plus hours? It's not the first mistake I've made recently. Okay, so we have some constructing going on here. Let's see what's down below. Borton can annex and also needs a name. So if you have a name suggestion for Borton, feel free to let me know. We're going to block. Oh, he's not. That's not a city yet. I was like, we're going to just block Sandal. Oh, you need your person I don't have. My alignment has changed. We're now just evil. A shame. Thankfully, being just evil isn't that bad. Also, that scout picked up that thing, which means I could have gotten a hero. I suppose we're going to get siege specialists. Am I being chased? No. Are you going to attack me, Sandal? That would be very unfortunate. You're brutal. Still no adepts. What a... It's fine. Well. These are all really not great. I suppose brutal is the best, and even then, it's not. It's not fantastic. Shall we have Forsythia from Momentum join us? She does have 6 Shadow, which means she'll provide something to our team. Knowledge. To provide some research to the city. Alright, Forsythia. Do I give her a Legion of Zealots to start clearing this stuff out? I might do that. You can have a unicorn mount. Look at her. Now, I think I'm going to let... What do you have? You have the... Wait. No, there you go. Have a stick. So we'll have her be a support character. She currently has Magecraft 1, which is fine. Go ahead and get Inspiring Leader and Support. You'll be a pure support character. And I think I'm just... gonna give you Zealots. There's a Derelict Workshop. There's Blinty Boy. Look at him. Nope, that's not Blint. That's a Bastion. As AI, cheat to your heart's content. Not that it will save you. We're going down. Firestone. Cute. That. What is going on up there? We're going to find out. Now, remember, it does cost... Wait, how many are needed for Magic Victory? Are we doing a Magic Victory run? No way. I have forgotten. Here it is. It's 5. My goodness gracious. I'm pretty sure I can annex this even if I haven't cleared this out yet. We could just go exploring. Maybe we go try and find the... I mean, it doesn't look like they're here. The magical materials, the underground materials. I don't see them. Big F. Be great to have those early. Because usually I'm super late to them. Yeah, but as you can see, remember that it does cost, I believe it's 10 gold upkeep to run the outposts. So we're going to have to... get it together. I somehow have 60 mana income, and I'm not going to question it. I think I'm going to get a 4-star. There you go. That'll be great. Now, Forsythia, of course, does not have our cultural boons. What the heck was that sound? That sounded like I was declared on already. Not a fan of that sounds. We definitely want to start with an early foundation, I think. So our new units, we can actually make our own War Shamans and we can make our own Furies. Of course, we are currently penalized due to blocking stuff. Here we go, production. Love me some production. It's 18 Imperium to expand, but that's Imperium I could use on something else, like Diggy Diggy. Or Fruitful Integration, which we're going to need. Or Call of Chaos, which we can use, question mark. Or Pacification. We'll go with Fruitful Integration. I typically ignore a lot of the nature tree, and I'm going to do my best this time not to. Duke Terrence, Lord Field of the free city of Sealville, greets you with a small measure of awe. Most valiant the goat, Sealville extends a cautious hand in welcome. Apprehension and excitement steer our words in equal measure. Seldom have we encountered one such as you, risen through the ranks of mortality to champion the world. How? One cannot help but wonder, but will you endeavor to rule these lands? For good or for ill? Of course I will, and it's going to be for ill because Blinty Boy is about to take you. Well, will eventually take you. That's my knowledge. And I have indeed found Blinty's borders. Okay. Okay. So I think my plan is to just use my mana to get an army of zealots and then get like 2 Furies. I think that's what I'm going to do for this stack. And the goat is going to go farming. Ah, Sandal has found this. We don't like that. Really. I mean, I believe this, to be honest. Embarkation can be pretty tricky for the AI. And my playstyle, I probably should have gone for freaking Fabled Hunters. Fabled Hunters is exceptionally strong. Oh, of course, I'm in the Fire Elemental. Of course, why wouldn't we? Also, I'm in a pretty questionable position. Where's my friend? But it should be fine. Go here, go here, go here, go here. Right. Next to rebuff and move on. The War Shaman is probably one of the better supports. Wow, you froze him. Proud of you. I mean, he is a fire elemental. He's weak to frost, so. Cultural supports. I think, how would I rate them? I'm not sure. Hesitant to get out there. Because we could go in and just, like, stun it. How much is a stun? 66. If we go in there, we stun it. Get the team to follow up. Risky biscuit. Ooh, full resist. Pretty easy to see now how the warrior died. I'm gonna eat this here. Hopefully I killed the model. I wasn't paying attention. Good throws, good throws. Alright, will embarkation help me? Hey look, it's a dead warrior. Oh, not dead. Oh, help wasn't the word. Will invocation kill me is what I meant to say. I think I can just throw... Wait a minute, what am I throwing? Yes! I don't have Sentinel, so... Kaboom! This is going well. I like it. So far, anyway. That could change in a heartbeat. It is a little alarming to see the AI already running around with tier 3 units. Not gonna lie. Just a wee bit. Another Assassin's Dagger, wow. Probably won't be using that, though. We could go Sentinel. I'm going to want Sentinel eventually, but I think for now, we just go Defense. I love all the items we're finding. It brings me back to see them all, you know? To this random-ass shit that's YOLO generated for killing my zealots. The Art of War! Yes! Probably better than the dagger. This gives me experience per turn. Big fan. Also gives me a button. Oh, is that so bugged? Alright, we're going to go back into our lands to heal up. I got some money. Can I use the money on something? Sure can. That's queuing. We don't queue. Borton wishes to expand. Alright, Borton, what do you need? You don't have a quarry, Borton. You can't have that. How can you not have a quarry, Borton? Put a quarry there, then we can expand into that. Seems good. You are making stuff. Do I really want you to wait? I guess you have to. Inspiring Chant did well. I'm proud of it. This will be our final research before the next tome. We are going to get a... the Brutal Mark. Lesser Tide Spirit. I don't hate the Lesser Tide Spirit. These are being reworked, by the way. They mentioned in the most recent dev stream that they are doing a pass on the Lesser Tide Spirits. I don't hate them. I actually do quite like them. But they do not synergize with what we're doing at all. We also got some money. Am I still blocked? I am. But I'm going to lock this in because in my infinite wisdom, I know that I will forget. One must know thyself to be able to properly utilize your own strengths and weakness. And I can assure you, I have many weaknesses. Alright, we're getting another Zealot. Honestly, maybe I should get a Warrior. Warriors have been doing pretty good. The Zealots are kind of just meat shields. Where did you go, Mr. Sandal? I don't appreciate that. This is being converted into a city, but we are going to have competition very soon. And you somehow had enough money for a palisade wall. So we're going to kind of work our way back down, I think, with our... the goat, our lord and master. Okay, we know this is Blint. Is that a golden wonder? No. We found his capital city. It's in a... I think that has to be an upgrade. Or, excuse me. I'm just going to bring it on up. An overground tunnel. I hope so, anyway. For Blint's sake. Otherwise, oof. Oof, bud. You're going to chill here for a turn. He says as he puts him on... Okay. New outposts. New city. 150 Imperium for that. Wow. Not bad. Not bad. We might have conflict with Magitarium as far as expansions are concerned. But, we'll be okay. We'll auto you. I consider you my friends. Him, the goats. Together we shall prosper. Alright, Blinty boy, let's prosper together. The goat and the OG Blint. Together, as nature always intended. I'm gonna have to kill Sandal. I'm gonna have to kill him so hard. He's gonna have to die. I'm sorry. He's not going to make it, team. Now, of course, whenever you are building a city from an outpost, as much as I want to build the workshop right away, I have to build palisade walls. There are no fortifications here in Druin. And that is unacceptable. So, I'm going to grab this so we can immediately expand this way. It's so nice having all this expansion. I believe this is a new friends. I use the word friend loosely. What do you got going on down here? I'm sorry, what the I found an arcane ore. There's a monster den. Where is this? New Magitarium? I'm so proud of myself. I'm finding the ores. This also needs a palisade wall. That'd be a pretty good thing to pick up. I guess I'm going to bonk this, because I am going to want to expand onto this, and you're killing my zealots. Ooh, we have another wonder. Cute. Early tower, you love to see it. Stone mason. Zealot is ready. Don't queue that. Queuing bad. Have you learned nothing? Okay, so we have 3 zealots, a fury. Do you want a sunderer? We'll get a warrior. That's what we'll do. You're angering me, the goat. I'm warning you. If you keep going like this, I will see an end to your reign. Right here. Uh-oh. That's 4 turns. Your draft sucks. Oh yeah, my draft is really good in my city because I'm a champion. Duh. Well, team. Early conflict. I'm not really ready for early conflict. If I gotta be honest. I'd like to go around... how much is Chaos calling again? Is it 100? Well, well, well. We've met some more memes. Seer Conjurer via Momentum solemnly greets you. Majestic, the goat. Magitarium cordially invites you to join the ceremonial hunt of the Pyre-born warg. Once every decade, our finest hunters ride out in search of the Pyre-born warg. We cull every creature we find and collect the meat for the glory of Magitarium. Until we finally catch that flame-infused warg. You would grant us a tremendous honor by joining us. Will I send a hunting party? Unfortunately, I cannot block the sauce's draft. We're going to need it. We could be a good boy and upset her, but we'll join. I feel like it's a sign that we met Blint back to back. But the OG Blint being here was not my Blint quota. As requested, we have the Primal Blint. Sometimes fate puts adversaries in our way to test our resolve. I hope for all of our sakes, you are no such adversary. So Blint the Under-Liberator is our Primal representative. And he leads the webbed deep dwellers. Once mere slaves to the undisputed rulers of the vast underground, first Blint... Oh, I didn't change this. The Under-Liberator, ignore Spirit Slayer, landed the webbed deep dwellers to overthrow their 8-legged masters. Having usurped their arachnid rule, the moles have bound the final remaining great spirit that once ruled the sapient tunneling spiders, and revere Arachne as their key to a glorious future. They have, of course, Bulwark and the Dread Spider Mounts because they have enslaved the spiders, tunneling spiders. I don't know how good that is for the primal culture, but hey, it's there. They are the tunneling spider primal culture, so they start underground. The Mushroom Forest provides them with the knowledge, and they get the primal spider summon, and they have Cave Walk, and Something like Spider Boon, we get some lifesteal. Man, there really is a lot to the Primal culture. Anyway, that's why he's underground. He is a fabled hunter, and he is a druidic terraformer. I'm actually a huge fan of druidic terraformers. I think this adds so much to your economy that it's kind of insane. But, you know, I was thinking, they learned from the spiders how to terraform the underground, so that makes sense. And we have, just in time actually, for our King Arthur experience, Sir Uvain, the Knight of the Lion. Hail him the goat. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hunts Marshal Sir Uvain, Knight of the Lion. Many gods here make war. I aim to make peace. Oh, I forgot to look at what Blint was. He's currently strength rank number 1, by the way. So I have a lot to explain with Uvain, but his story, the Huntsman of Camelot. Sir Uvain, Knight of the Lion, was once a grand adventurer that recklessly pursued ever greater challenges. Ever since joining King Mordred's Knights of the Round, he has grown increasingly restless, and the tyrant king will not permit his listless wanderings. After countless court sessions spent pleading, Mordred has appointed Uvain as Hunts Marshal of Camelot, whose duty is to lead and teach peasants how to effectively hunt both wild game and the dreaded she. Such a position was most likely an appointment of appeasement, but it was enough for Uvain's wanderlust to be satisfied. Unfortunately, he has once again wandered too far into the mist. Now, Uvain is a very early unlock in the game King Arthur Knight's Tale, which just got an expansion, by the way, that I am streaming. But I hate Uvain. I think Uvain is one of the weakest marksmen in the game, which is not as true anymore after the marksman rework. He is one of the few with like a really good aim shot, but it doesn't matter. The meme exists. Every playthrough I've gotten Uvain, he always just kind of lingers until eventually I kick his ass out of Camelot. So Uvain's here. He is our feudal representative. The Huntsmen of Camelot have the defensive tactics, because I figured the feudal culture likes to stand together anyway, so now they have defensive tactics. Strong and hardy. As mentioned, feudal culture representative, they are imperialists, which I don't actually know how good imperialist is. It feels kind of lackluster for an entire societal trait, but... And fabled hunters, because he is, of course, the Hunts Marshal, a title I borrowed from Warhammer Fantasy. The AI has given him Preserving Diplomats. Okay, not too far out there. He likes empires with good relations with free cities. He likes empires that do not start wars. Dislikes empires with a smaller domain, and dislikes empires that break treaties. His strategy is to form alliances, to never break treaties, to explore, and to expand. We could be friends with Uvain. Maybe. And Blint the Underliberator is a harmonious sage. Really? He likes empires that have many alliances. He likes empires that trade grievances. He dislikes empires that have defeated other empires, and he dislikes empires that execute prisoners. His strategy is that he favors treaties. All war must be justified, and he likes to explore, and he likes to expand. Harmonious sage, huh? Okay. That's a... fudge. That's a thing. Okay, so we have a forester, farmer. I have a lot of farmers, actually, now. We need a quarry. That's what we need. Quarries. You're a gold mine. Quarry. I'm a little worried, team. Actually. Oh, hey, there's Camelot. I found the capital. Oh, I can't... That's annoying. I can't even get in here. Because I'm being blocked by this. I wanted to go in here, you know, diggy, and then open up the way, but... Oh, that sucks. Is that another Golden Wonder? Holy shit. Okay. There should be an exit from over here. Oh, there's the warg. I have 25 turns for that. Yeah, we need to come south. I got so distracted. How much is Chaos calling? 100. Okay. We can call off Chaos next turn. I could even get a Wonder here. Which I think I will. Can you get back up here, or did I move too far? I did. Well, good luck. While traveling past a hill crowned with the vestiges of a ruined castle, you hear the remote echo of a cheering crowd. You move closer to investigate. The ruins open out into a makeshift fighting arena. In the gap formed by a broken wall stands a group of Clan Rictus spoilers, led by a ringmaster gesturing at you. A noble hymn graces us with the goat presence. Interesting. Welcome, bloodthirsty onlooker. He smiles with the mouth missing most of its teeth. Actually, this is how this guy would sound if he's from Clan Rictus. I run this mobile fighting establishment. The toughest, greatest gladiators bring home the gold. Warp token! Something like that. He holds up a pouch filled with coins. The ringmaster proclaims, "Join the carnage, defeat my heroes, and win the gold!" Or use those pretty legs to run straight back home. This is a fun encounter. Especially if you're Shadow, which we're not. I have 0 Shadow plan. Although, do note, if you're looking for something that's like a giga good, the Tome of Frost is arguably the best starting tome. It is so good. Especially if you plan on casting spells in combat. Of course we would get this awesome. Especially if you plan on casting spells in combat. Being able to free speed. In fact, we should probably combo it with stuff. A classic combo is to go, is it Inquisition? That gives you the map condemn. You get the map condemn. Like map condemn on the world map. Plus, I think I can take this. The world map condemn plus the frost thing. And you do work. Now I could go here and try to immobilize them. But these are both archers, so it doesn't matter. Which means I don't want to move up. So instead, just do a little buff. Everyone else is going defensive mode. Please attack this guy. He's a big threat to you. I don't think they bought it. I don't think they bought it, team. Well, our morale is doing good, so let's get the Visions of Victory. We're gonna kill this guy. It's gonna be great. I could hit him to cancel the retaliation. But I kind of want my hero to go, Oh, yeah, okay. You just saw a glimpse of what this build is going to do. Don't worry. It'll get better. Now I really would like to immobilize them. What are the chances? It won't tell me. Is it 50? Oof. Base 50 is not good. Never mind then. Also, I'm just going to tie them up so they take more hits as they run away. Like the craven dogs that they are. The craven dogs. There goes my summon elemental. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, good job, team. We did it. Oh, 62. It's only just begun. That may have been enough of a hint for you to find out what I'm doing. But don't worry. I'm going to make it the best it can possibly be. You were victorious against a band of fierce gladiators. The ringmaster grins and weaves his way past expired combatants. They went with the rock armor. Amazing by the god, yeah, I have not seen such fighting in ages. He pats the fat coin purse on his belt. Coins jingle. I suppose you expect payment, my him. He looks around and says, "Pack up, boys. The tournament hill has a new owner, and the goat name is the goat." He grins at the goat while his underlings mutter and leave. Here is your cut of the winnings. Now we'll take our leave, he says, holding out a much smaller bags of coin. We can add Phalid the Brutal, part of the Wolven Druids. I wish I could see his traits, but I think I'm just gonna need the money. And that is a lot of money. We could even. I think we will. Wait, what am I doing? We need a War Shaman. Use the Fury and a War Shaman, to be honest. Oh yeah, shipyards. I need to annex this. Shipyards are great. I love water towels. They're so good. Okay, so we're circling our way back home. We're gonna get the Call of Chaos. I have heard, don't quote me on this, someone has gotten the crab, the glorious crab from the Call of Chaos derelict workshop, and I'm intrigued. It's time for the next tome. This will be our second tier 1 tome. And there's actually quite a bit that I wouldn't mind here. An earlier draft of this build had going with the Tome of Alchemy, which could be hilarious. But, and of course Enchantment is magnifique. I should have gone Tome of Enchantment for, what's his face, shouldn't I? I should have. I think I went Evoker, or Evocation, because I was like, oh, the Shah Bertol are like full of lyrium. They'll evoke stuff. Should have gone for this. Silly Fabe. But we're going with the Tome of Roots, and there are 2 reasons for this.
To unravel the secrets of nature, you must be of one mind with the trees and their spreading roots. Become rooted yourself. Feel the healing force replenishing you from below, and seal away those who could cut you down in a cage of entangling vines.
Now, the Tome of Roots used to be a very popular cheesing choice. We didn't roll what makes it cheese-tastic, but it can't be. We can also use Healing Roots to save our hero if we decide to lean on the goat being uber tanky. But we're going to start off with Blight Blades. This will give us an enchantment, where we deal +4 blight damage, -2 physical damage, which will counteract our strong trait, plus 20% damage against poison or decaying units, and effects are increased for non-beating attacks. We have a lot of units that will benefit from this. And we can get poison arrows in time. Technically, our Furies can use it, but also our Skirmishers can use it. So it will be something very helpful for us eventually. The Archer builds were at one point in time so strong that they had to be nerfed. And so the enchantments were all reworked to kind of fall under this new idea. And you know, the extreme nerf was reverted, and everyone was like, oh, but I enjoyed my glorious cheese. The goat! What's the goat doing? He can get poison weapons. What could go wrong? Also, we need to make sure we're keeping an eye on our 3rd city, which is now capable of expansion. And it needs a quarry for its workshop that it is slowly but steadily building. We're going to get the Primal Mark. This will give our Savage Strike to non-cultural units. That's our Zealots right now. But it could one day be so much more. That sounds fun. When is our next hero? I see that design and I go, Breastplate of the Champion. I see it every time. We're probably going to sell these remains, to be honest, because I would like money. I will hold on to it for now. Presently, I have no friends, but one day... Blint? Oh, no, that'll go away. That'll go away, because we have our friend over here. This friend. Who we are the only friend that they have. So one day, that will disperse. I'm going to get the Call of Chaos. We're going to take on the Derelict Workshop, and we're going to try and circle around. Does it stop my movement to place an outpost? I think it does. Thank you. Because there's nothing here, I'm just going to put it in this corner. And I guess I can just put it here. Okay, I didn't take my movement. Fantastic. Call of Chaos. This will give us some units whenever we defeat an infestation. This is not a part of my build, but we can still get some, meme-tastic defense. Wow, okay. Units to use as defense. A risky bateau, and I can't reach it. Oh, okay. We'll get there next turn, then. Is this Yvain? It is. Okay. Yes, we're going down because I think there's another entrance over here that we can use for glory. The South is ready to annex even further. Beyond. And we're going to annex this, which will allow me to get the Serpent Cavern next turn. Once we get it. The Brutal Mark is ready. This will make our Zealots even more effective. Don't you worry. It's all coming together. I just need to survive. It'd be really great if I don't get declared on in the next 10 turns. 15 turns. 15. We're going with 15. This could be risky. We've unlocked Soil Tenders. Now, Soil Tenders gives farms +5 food. I, historically, have not been a fan of Soil Tenders. But I've been told they're pretty good. Excuse me, I've been told they're pretty good. I think I'm just going to go balls deep knowledge. We need knowledge. The AI already has tier 3 units. I think we need to make sure that we can get tier 3 units. And our tier 3 units are going to be good. I mean, the Barbarian... I'm right next to Camelot. The Barbarian tier 3 unit, the Berserker, is arguably the best tier 3 unit in the game. But that's not enough for me. It's going to be so much better. I'm going to have to fight this myself. Probably. There's a strong chance, yeah. Kills everything. So this is the Deerelect Workshop. This was added, of course, during the Empires and Ashes. Empires and Ashes. So we're going to want you over here, you here, you here. Thankfully, I'm not too wounded. If I can change. Next turn, we will summon our Elemental, and we'll get our buff going. The plan here is very simple, by the way. I could have summoned this and had that buff put there. Okay. Slight mistake. Of course it's a fire elemental. Why wouldn't it be a fire elemental? Of course it's a fire elemental. We're just going to bum rush the cannons. How is our morale doing? There we go. Okay. I wonder what it would look like if I could hit all 3 of these. Now, being in the water is unfortunate. It slows you. It poisons you. It really hurts the soul. But if I go stand here with the GOAT, the greatest of all time, perhaps... Should have done that first. I was going to do that. We can prevent the terrible, the expectant. I don't think anyone can actually get to the second cannon, so we're going to have a cannon fire. $50-50. Good job. If a cannon fires, all we have to do is make sure we're spread out. Now, part of the weaknesses of the cannons and why I do not enjoy them. Holy crap, that was insane. Is because them shooting is a 3 AP action. So, you know, we're in a pretty good spot, I think. Good kill. With full morale, we have a 20% additional crit chance, which is very good. We are a little bit poisoned. Ah, I didn't line up properly for that, but that's okay. The goat is here to make up for it. I mean, I just go kill this, right? Right? I think? What are you doing? Yeet. Oof, from the flank, it wasn't a kill. See if we can get a little bit of a circle about. There we go. We got it. No more shooting for you. I do think the cannons are one of the best units for the Reavers. But by golly gee, does it suck having 3 AP. A 3 AP attack. That's it. That's all they've got. It's not like the Musketeers who have a 1 AP mark. They only have the 3 AP action. Can you believe that? So sad. The Reavers need so much love. I don't even know what kind of love they need. Oh my. An iron golem? Don't mind if I do. Now I wouldn't mind getting an outpost down here. Is that a vein? I think it is. Because of course we have another hasteberry. Wait, is this another one? No, we have a hasteberry. So we want this. Do I just build it here? Sure. We have money for once. Low risk battle. Losing 2 units is within the realm of acceptability for this. But within the realm of acceptability is not acceptability. I am so tempted to just run that down. Once again. You know what it is? The goat. Shoot up. The goat is so confident. So assured in his victory. He doesn't need the good elementals. That's why he only spawns fire elementals. The reason why I don't want fire elementals, by the way, for anyone curious, is just because whenever you're using a summon, they only last for 3 turns. So typically the type of summon you want is the melee distraction Carnifex type summon, which this is clearly not. But the good news is that it can teleport out here. And then, I don't know why that's 40%, but it is. So, you know, not the end of the worlds. I think I'm going to swing at this to cancel retaliation. And then we're just going to start hitting stuff. Now, the thing with the Phoenix is the Phoenix is going to stand back up. There's no if, ands, or... Are you legend? You're legend rank already. Well done. There's no if, ands, or buts about that. The Phoenix is getting back up. It's 2 turns, right? I hope so, because I can't get on it. But if you stand on top of its corpse, it won't get back up. Unfortunately, can't. So hopefully it doesn't stand back up immediately. It does. Big F. That's okay. The lesson we learned the hard way. Kaboom. No retaliating. Please. Maybe I should have shot at this thing. But either way, that is a W in the books for the goat. Without any losses. Look how good the Sunders are. 66. This is a tier 1 unit. My. My, oh my. Fortunately, I can't get that gold vein. But we're swinging back around. I hope Yvain doesn't get any ideas. I don't think he will. You never know. The Salves has produced the tavern, but it is continuing to build and expand. What am I going to do with you? Is the question. I don't know. Whenever you're not producing something, or, you know, building an army, part of your draft is converted to food, and as a champion, we have extra draft that is converted to food. It's only 5. Did my quick math right, but 5 food is 5 food. There's an Imperium talent for 5 food. Which is why I don't like Soil Tenders. But I'm going to give it a try because, you know, it's been suggested to me. That's pretty clean. You did well, Forsythia. You know what? We'll go with strength training. Now, it doesn't matter what we pick here as far as, like, affecting her affinities. Not that big of a deal. So we definitely want to get a summon. And Summon Elemental has not paid off for me yet, but we will take it anyway. Don't need any of this. And I think we might use her to go back. We'll go back towards this stuff and make sure we clear it all out. So we can safely expand. This can be rebuilt. This can be immediately sieged, so. You're doing great. Our next hero is in 7 turns. We probably shouldn't count on that. We have met another meme-tastic lord, and it is the most terrifying of them all. A new contender for power in this realm appears before me. Tell me, him the goat. Are you a master or a pawn? Somehow he doesn't hate me. Everyone say hello to Dreadlord Murky, representative of the most terrifying beings on all of Azeroth, the Murlocs. It actually stuck, I'm impressed. The adventurers of Azeroth have long been tormented by the various Murlocs of the world. They have only appeared on the surface recently, but no realm is safe from their wrath. And every lake, river, basin, delta, and ocean, the Murlocs lurk, and no one knows from whence they came. Some believe they are the creation of the Lord of the Sea, Neptulon, and others claim they are mutant spawns of the lower Kregwa, or some other primal ancient. Either way, the Murlocs are older than the dominant mortal races, and the young Murky has taken it upon himself to remind the world of their dread might. So yeah, this is Murky. He is our dark culture representative. I thought it would be freaking hilarious to have the Murlocs running around. They have Hideous Stench, so that adjacent enemies have -2 resistance, -2 status resistance. It's not particularly good for the dark culture, in my opinion. But it's funny, and that's what counts. They also have, well, technically, they could use a status resist for weakening, right? I guess. Also Tenacious, which damage penalties from casualties are halved. Did you do it? You did. So that synergizes exceptionally well with Spawnkin. It's the classic combo. Good stuff. As mentioned, Dark Culture. And he has the classic Wombo combo of Chaos, the Ruthless Raiders, and the Ritual Cannibals, where his economy is combat. So it all works out. The AI has given him Sinister Spy. Really? Okay, he likes empires that break treaties, likes empires with a weaker economy, dislikes empires with a stronger research, and dislikes empires that trade. I think I was going to give him, like, Demonic Warlord or something. But, okay, we have a Spying Murloc. Which is ironic because, of course, in the World of Warcraft, King Mrr is a spying night elf. Spying on the Murlocs. Future Fabe may or may not remember to put in the actual Murloc Warcry, so you don't have to hear me attempting it, but that was the sound of You will see the true might of Rune Lord Sandal Fedic and his enchanted Shah Brital. Yeah. Alrighty. So he declared on me. I thought he was over here. Yeah, there he is. Means he may go for Druid. Which is not cool, bro. I have a quarry, a farm, we need a forester. So I think what we'll do, since it's come to this, we'll have the goat, who has learned how to make roads. Who's learned how to make roads. Go this way. Oh, I should have killed that. And I'll have you go this way. I don't have to kill Sandil early on, really. But I'm going to, so I'm going to try. We're going to see if we can just lean into the barbarian OP-ness to overcome the mystic. Not you have a... You spawned next to a golden wonder? Oh, murky. Murky, murky. Fun little fact. Is, what is it called? It's Murlocs in the Murloc tongue. It has a name. Is it Gelbish? No, Gelbin is the gnome guy. Gelbin? That's the gnome guy. Gellish? Gelfish? Anyway. 3-turn work camp. You hate to see it. You are big mad because we have a broken thing here. Also, no. I need more money. I could fix that, though. It didn't sell for much. That will let me build the tavern, which will at least kind of fix this. We can't have any rebellions already. It's too early for rebellions. The goat! It's level 8. So, of course, the one that's good here is Assassinate. This does not bode well for my schemes, but we'll take Assassinate because it's good. Defiant Chestplate is not good, but it's good enough. Okay. I'm going to keep my sword because I like it. But you can have the charged robe. Would you look at that? Okay. Greetings, him the goat. What matter shall we discuss? You have ended my declaration of friendship. But you know who wants to be my friends? Sir Uvain wishes to be my friends. Sir Uvain, shall we be friends? Shall I have friendship with Camelot? Shall we be valorous and mighty together? Shall you give me money? You shall, Uvain, you glorious bastard. I'm just going to sell the garbage mounts. I have no intention of using them. He's paying full price for them, so might as well. Wow. Thanks, bro. Okay, so he's out of resources. Next turn, we'll sell him info. Babe, aren't you just exploiting Yvain? Shh. My scout has been captured by a nice elemental. Shame. Thanks for the upkeep release, but shame. It's war. I believe this is the earliest I have ever... You know what? Did it go here? I think this is the earliest I have ever fought anybody. Someone was here. Was it? Who flees from me? There's a mod that I downloaded just to make one of the characters that is in this match. That's how committed I am. Ooh, it's a gold stash. Hello. Ah, they engage the hunter spider, but we shall permit them to leave. The goat has not for your meager presence. Ah, he comes. May have gone a little too far. Blight Blades is in. And here it is, the Vine Prison. This used to be one of the cheesiest strategies in the games, and it still very well could be. You can summon fine living vine units randomly on a 2-hex radius which live for 2 turns. These do not deal damage, but have a chance of inflicting immobilization upon enemies. The reason why this was the most meme-tastic strat of all meme strats is because... I kind of want walls, don't I? Is because you used to be able to spawn them and the AI would lose its mind. It had no idea how to compute what you had just done to it. Not even a little bit. We're also just short of the silver tongue. Hey, Yvain, my good friend. Do you possess it? You do not. You have only the haste berries. Fair enough. Would you like to know about this foul demon known as Sandal? I'm sure you would. Tell King Mordred. I wouldn't mind a stone. The Underliberator. Now, why do you all of a sudden like me? Don't know, but he had an inherent dislike for me. Shall we be friends with the harmonious sage? He does not. Sandal is evil. I consider you my friend in the goat. Together we shall prosper. Very well, Yvain. We may not be so different after all, the goat. He likes that I don't start wars. Okay. You're right. I don't start wars. By the dark gods, I'm about to end one. Don't do it, Sandal. 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 Nice. Not nice. When looking through your army supplies, one of your best finds a container with items you thought long lost. The box contains belongings that survived your travels and your adventures. Every item contains memories of your former life, memory of your childhood, of the first time you used a spell, of the time you became a leader. While reliving past moments from your life, you find one more item that reminds you of where you came from. What was it? What indeed? Wow, the Wand of Mass Healing is very good. The Wand of Mass Healing, representing my bond with nature. Of course, the goat is most bound with nature, and this is fucking terrifying. Okay. I might be able to win this, but it would have heavy losses. Heavy losses. Oh. tempted to fight this. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. We do have a War Shaman, and I have an animation as well. Hey, look, I actually got an elemental that didn't blow. Unbelievable. We fight for glory. I'm impressed. I might need to call this army back and have, like, all forces against Sandal. Right now, I think we're okay. Ooh, I immobilized the archer. I'm not sure how that helps me, but that's what I did. I think we're all right. Wow, I immobilized actually a lot of this. Start on that. I think we're okay here because Sandal is really far away. But there is a world in which I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping that'd be a kill. Yeah, good enough. There is a world in which we kill Sandal with this army, where our little gnome friend slays the dread monster. And then he respawns and I get overwhelmed. I think that's actually quite a very likely possibility to what could happen. We should have teleported? I don't know. How much damage do you do? Probably just be a kill here. Okay. So we'll get up here. You actually do quite a lot of damage. I'm kind of impressed. Doing great. The staff has given me a weird layout for my buttons, but that's alright. It happens. I think you're killing this. Well, you're killing it. You're killing it. There we go. Beautiful hit on the Furies. Remember, this is a fake unit. It doesn't matter if it's hitting it. Didn't appreciate that lag spike though. Or frame drop, whatever it was. GG team. Man, Furies are gonna be good. I could use some more of those. So yeah, I think some very tactical gameplay here could go a long way. And Sandal is actually going towards my other city. I do have some walls here now. Take me 4 turns to get back there. Oof. If I lose Druin, it's not the end of the world. I can always take it back, but boy. We're gonna need some friends. Hey, Murky. What's up, bud? And I don't think Murky's gonna be one of them. Why do you have movement? I don't know. I think I'm gonna spawn a Fury. It's gonna be most of my remaining upkeep, but I think we gotta get started on it. I also wouldn't mind a Wizard Tower. Make sure I get this stuff going early. There's so much I need here. Oh, I was gonna say, maybe I should have done a Stonemason first. That would have been good. Alright. We'll stay here and chill. We're going to pull that warrior up there. Forsythia is going to keep going with this stuff. Spells ready to cast. We need Blight Blades up as soon as possible. My domain has been invaded. And this is a terrifying force that the goat is going to deal with next time. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you are excited for the beginning of a new series. I know that I am. And that you brace yourself for the remaining 3 Memelord characters. I can assure you they are glorious. Most glorious. But thank you to the patrons and the channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you'd like to stay up and have a channel, feel free to join the Discord description down below. And I will see you next time as we go to war against Enchantment itself. Bye.